Hey.
My beautiful friend Annie, who I miss very much, but lucky we catch up every day on online. Thank God for this modern era that we're now living in, Annie.
I
Hey.
know, thank God for technology.
Now, today what we wanted to talk about was how to stay motivated, because we're so used to getting up every day and getting ready and having a routine and getting the kids off to school and getting into our salons and clinics. And now our clinics are closed. So it's very easy to, feel a bit blah and wonder, what you're doing with your day and, just to keep motivated, isn't it, Annie?
That's right. We were talking earlier this morning, Nick, that, the girls are used to, I don't know, probably doing 5 or 10,000 steps a day, running, back and forth through their businesses. And so what's happening now, we have all this time on our hands. We're not allowed to leave. And I'll bet you most of the ladies and gentlemen out there are not doing their usual amount of steps throughout the day. So I think it's really important that we do, make some time in our day to get some exercise. Don't you think doing a bit of exercise that blows the fog out of your brains as well?
Absolutely. So yeah, and you and I both, we get up in the morning and one of the first things we do is get out there into the fresh air, and we're very lucky on the Gold Coast. If you've got to be isolated anywhere, you want to be isolated here, because we can still go for a walk down at the beach. We can't lie on the beach, but we can still get out there and smell that beautiful salt air, and that in itself keeps you motivated, doesn't it?
Absolutely. When you walk along the beach, that salt spray and the waves crashing creates anions in the air, and they're the vitamins in the air that make us feel good. So if you get to walk along the beach and have those waves crashing about you, it'll certainly make you feel a little bit better. But we've got some good tips for you today on how to stay motivated moving forward in preparation for your open day. And we understand that it can be quite hard to remain motivated, particularly if you're not the half-glass schoolgirl, Nick. We're seeing lots of negative comments out on Facebook and, kind of, oh, woe was me. But, I think it is about changing and shifting the attitude and using this time for good and not for, going, withdrawing in and just watching your whole world implode. It's everything that we do every day is about choice, Nikki, isn't it? And we get up in the morning, we choose to be happy, or we choose to be really, negative Nelly all day.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So, there has been, it is very, good morning, Mike. How are you?
Hi, Mike.
There is a lot of, this is a very stressful time for everyone. We've never lived in an era like this before in our lifetimes, and hopefully we never will again. So it's very unsettling. So we do have to make a conscious effort to remain positive. And, even for the most positive of us, it's still something that we work on every day. So what Annie and I have done is we have put together 7 ways that you can stay motivated. So we're going to go through those 7 steps now for you. And if you've got a pen, we want you to grab that pen and write down these steps. They might sound very simple and basic, but if you run through these steps every single day, write them down, stick them on your fridge, stick them, on the window in your bathroom or something like that. And hopefully that'll help to keep you motivated every single day until we reopen, because guess what? We're going to reopen. It's a given. We will reopen. So our first tip on how to stay motivated is to wake up happy. And Annie and I were talking about this morning, and her and I wake up happy every day. It's just one of those things. You wake up happy or you don't. My partner doesn't wake up happy, and every morning he says to me, well, how can you be so happy first thing in the morning? And it's a choice. So if you're one of those sleepy, drowsy, slow to wake up people, why don't you make an active decision to wake up happy? Instead of having that slow start to your day and that, stifled start to your day, why not make the decision, make a conscious effort to wake up happy? It's pretty easy, Annie, isn't it?
Nick, years ago, I did a mastery course with a lovely lady on the coast. And one of the things that she shared with me all those years ago was that before your feet touch the ground of a morning when you're popping out of bed, all you need to say is, today will be easy and effortless. Today will be easy and effortless. That's it. So before you put your feet on the ground, today will be easy and effortless. Pretty easy to remember that. So, maybe you should try and start your day with that. Today will be easy and effortless. And as you said, make that conscious choice to actually be happy and do something today instead of being the, the woe is me. What am I going to do today? My days go so fast. I can't believe that it's like 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock and my day's gone like that and I have no customers.
Yeah, exactly right.
So we can still be busy.
It's an absolute choice to be positive and happy. And, to have a mantra when you first wake up in the morning is really important. And I like that one that you said, Annie. But what I do is every single morning I wake up, rain, hail, or shine, and I say, it's a beautiful day. And, the two men in my house, they kind of look at me and just go, oh, my God, it's raining, or blah, 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 have a bit of a whinge. But every single day I wake up and I say, it's a beautiful day. And it is. Every day that we're above ground is a beautiful day, I reckon.
I'll second that.
So that's our first tip. Now, I think our second tip, we'll move on to that now, Annie. Our second tip is to achieve something early on in your day. So after you get up and you've got that, spring in your step and you're feeling excited and your day is beautiful and it's going to be effortless, then, achieve something early on. And for me, that is making my bed. So I get up and I get my bed made. And for me, that's my first achievement of the day. And that starts the day rolling. What do you achieve first up in the day, Annie?
I think my walk is my biggest thing because when I get up in the morning, my husband is still in bed. So he gets to make the bed every day. So I get up, I feed the dogs. That's the first thing. And then I put my walking shoes on and off I go.
Yeah.
So today, I've already done my exercises. I've already had breakfast. I'm raring to go. And here we are talking to you, ladies and gents, on, how to stay positive and how to be busy. And you're right, Nick, being happy is the choice, but being motivated, I think you just got to get yourself busy to be motivated. And you've heard that expression, fake it till you make it. Well, you know what? Everyone's doing it tough right now. So some of us are just better at negotiating our emotions than others. So if you're one of those people that have trouble keeping a lid on their emotions, look, feel what you want to feel. I'm not saying don't, but try and flip that switch and turn something that's absolutely a negative maybe right now in your situation into an absolute positive, because you are the solution. And you've heard us say this so many times before, you are the solution right now. So I know that the government has restrictions on us, but we want to make sure that we're going to power through this and be at the other end and open our doors with absolute gusto and ready to be bowled over by the crowds that we hope will be coming through.
And they will be coming. So we're going to move on to number 3 now, Annie. And number 3 is to every day have some me time and do some exercise. So we just covered that slightly then, but every day it's important that you do have some me time. I can tell you right now, I've never had so many masks in my life. My skin has never been so incredible since I've had so little to do business-wise. So me time's really important, Annie, isn't it? Like you and I both get up and we walk every day. I try to walk in the night as well. But the exercising component is really important, not only for your physical health, but for your mental health.
That's true. And while you're walking, I always walk with my headphones on. And right now I'm listening to a book and I highly recommend that everyone gets it. It's called The 4 Agreements. It's a very interesting book. You just download it from Audible. I think it's much nicer to have somebody with a beautiful, soothing voice in your ear. So, you can utilize that walking time that you have every day to do something constructive. So that is about the 4 Agreements is for my own personal development. It's just learning how to live a better life. Might not be your bag, but you can be educating yourself while you're walking, Nikki, and killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Absolutely.
A lot of podcasts out there, a lot of training programs that are online. So utilize that time wisely.
That's right. And so now number 4 is to plan your day and have a routine. And this is where a lot of people are coming unstuck at the moment. And I know I'm getting lots of messages and phone calls, and I know Annie is as well, with people feeling a bit depressed and a bit lost and a bit overwhelmed with where they're heading and things like that. So if you plan your day and have a routine, then there's no time to feel those feelings. You know, keep yourself busy. You plan your day as well, don't you, Annie?
Absolutely, I plan my day. So my morning, like I never start work early in clinic anyway these days because I'm older. I have that luxury. Some of you won't have that luxury yet, but my day is planned. I get out of bed, as I said, I feed the dogs, make sure they're prepared, take them to the toilet, put my walking shoes on, off I go, and then I have my lists that I work throughout the day. So I had a very, very busy day yesterday. Doing some callbacks, contacting some of our old clients, just seeing how they're going, flicking text messages, just staying connected. And that keeps me busy and it keeps me positive because then I know that I'm being a positive influence over somebody else if I'm reaching out, connecting. And so, I think if you're listening out there, that'd be a great thing for you to be doing is connecting not only with your friends and family, but certainly connecting with your clients right now. Just reaching out and saying, hey, you're one of my favorites. Just thought I'd reach out and check in and see how you're feeling today. How's your family going? Is there anything I can help you with? Anything you need? I'm going to be doing product deliveries over the next couple of days. If you need any fruit or veg, happy to drop it off for you. Staying connected with your community is really, really important. And that's just another way that you can be busy and active and slot that into your planning. And, Nick and I have always worked on lists, and timeline lists are even better. So what you're doing in at any given time, Nick. So you could have, 4 or 5 things on your list today, but maybe you're sharper, you're mentally more alert in the morning like Nikki and I clearly are. And so between 9 and 10, that's what we're going to do. We call them our feared things first. They're the things that we really don't want to do, but we know we have to do. So we get those feared things first out of the way. And then that might be my 9 to 10 o'clock job. And then from 10 to 10:15, I'm going to just do a few stretches. And then from 10:30 to something else, I've got another plan there. And we know plans deviate and get mucked up, but have a plan and a routine, for goodness sake.
Absolutely. And I have something that's called an ideal week, and I know that you know all about that, Annie. And in my ideal week, literally my whole week is planned out. So, like Annie just said, between 9 and 10, I'm checking emails. Between 10 and 11, I'm doing this. And that ensures that it keeps me on track and I get everything done I need to get done. So all of my clients are slotted into certain times of the day. I don't work on anything else, during that time except what's allocated for that time. So an ideal week is easy to work with, and that's a great way to keep you motivated as well. So planning your day and having a routine is really important to keep your vibes high and to keep you active and motivated. Because the last thing you want to do is to get to the end and the government says, guess what, we can reopen. And you're feeling flat, you've done nothing, you haven't achieved anything, you're at exactly the same space you were when you closed, except you're feeling really a bit, down in the dumps. So get your routine happening, which brings me on to our next point, number 5, and that is visualize opening again. I think this is really important. We need to have in our mind what that looks like. We are going to open again. We haven't been closed down forever. We just don't have an end date at the moment. Some people think it might be a couple of weeks. Some people think it might be a month. We actually really don't know. But let's visualize what that's going to look like. And yesterday we were talking to Denise from NAS and Pro in the USA, and we were saying, how exciting is it going to be when we finally do open? Because everybody's going to be wanting to book in. Everybody's going to want to book in and get their nails done, their hair done, their brows done, their IPL, their waxing, their facials. So we're going to be flat out. And the way I see it is, the doors flying open and this big bright light with hundreds and hundreds of silhouettes of customers there. So, we need to visualize what that looks like for you. And you need to do that every day. You need to visualize what that is and what that's going to look like, and how are you going to be prepared for it.
And, one of the things, Nick, that the salon owners need to be thinking of here is making sure that their team, their staff members are engaged in this process as well. So don't just be thinking about yourself. Particularly if you had a really good, strong team, you want to make sure that everyone comes back strong and everyone's strong in this process. So you need to be, staying connected, and what we're sharing with you, share with your team as well. It's really, really important. You've got to make sure that that they are mentally stimulated, that they're looking after themselves, that they're having a little bit of self-care time. Otherwise, you might be the only one that comes back on all 6 cylinders or 8 cylinders. Making sure that your team it feels the same is your job, because you are the captain of the ship.
That's right. So, visualize opening again and what that looks like, and think about that every day. That's going to keep you motivated. I know it's keeping a lot of my clients motivated at the moment, because they're all super excited about what's going to happen when they open up, and, and preparing for that, which leads me on to number 6, which is setting goals. What are your goals right now? We've talked a lot about goal setting, and we always talk about goal setting, don't we, Annie?
Yes, we do, because, if you don't have something to aspire to, or, to dangle a carrot in front of your face, it's easy not to be as motivated, or not to be as hungry to achieve the goal. So, and they don't have to be humongous goals. This can be just daily or weekly. Okay, this is what I want to accomplish today. You've heard Nikki and I many times talk about reverse engineering as well, and we actually need to be doing that now for opening. Reverse engineer how we're actually going to put that into practice. Visualize that. What does it look like? Let's have a good understanding of what that's going to look like, and then we need to put all our ducks in a row to make sure that we reach those. So now would be the time to be setting not only personal goals, but setting your business goals for when your doors open again.
Absolutely. So, and part of that is education, which is our next point. So, education doesn't necessarily mean going and doing more skin courses or more hair courses. Get yourself professionally educated so that you can improve your business itself. So, you've got skills, you've got knowledge, you've got years of expertise. So why not spend your time now upskilling as a business person so that you can strengthen your business? Education right now is really important.
Well, education is always important. So, but now more than ever, because we actually have the time. And, maybe there are things now that you didn't know that you needed this information until now. How many times, Nick, have we been speaking to salon owners and we talk about the numbers, and we'll say, okay, what does it cost to run your business a month or a week? And people can't give us an answer because they don't understand the numbers. So, that's just one perfect example of getting yourself educated from a business perspective. And you might be that person that knows the numbers, but you also might be that person that overanalyzes everything and then is paralyzed by information. So you would need to do work around that. So there's lots of different types of education that you can get, from just personal self-development through to education within your industry, particularly from a business perspective.
Yeah, and if you go to spasalongivas.com, we've got lots of free online tutorials and videos and fantastic ebooks. Why not come back knowing how to set up a membership program, or why not come back stronger in retailing than ever before? So have a look at all of the online programs that we've got available as well. But now is the time more than ever to be educated. So and the last point that we want to make about staying motivated is reviewing your business. Now, we think this is a really important point, and that's why we've left it till last, right, Annie? Because I think that we've been going on and on and on and on and on about reviewing your business since forever, because we always say it's never too late to go back to the beginning and start again. It's never too late. So now that we've got all this time on our hands, there's really no excuse not to go and look at every single aspect of your business and analyze it.
That's right. And we have banged on about that since I can't remember. And we've got a very good process for analysing your business. And it's a questionnaire on every single aspect of your business, from cleaning to uniforms to reception to how the phone is answered to protocols and procedures. It just goes on and on and on. And I think now you've got the perfect time to actually do this. I think also with this, Nick, from a business owner's perspective, if you take it on board and do the exercise, then I would give it to your manager or your staff members and let them do the same business review that you've gone through, and just see how the answers actually differ between, what gets up your nose might be something totally different from the staff member. And obviously we'll be reviewing, even in your business, you'll be reviewing your staff in that process. So it's an interesting exercise to not just do it yourself, but to have your manager or senior staff do that also. That will then bring to your attention areas that could benefit from a little extra work. Open your mind to some of the issues that the business may have that potentially you weren't aware of, or worse, that you were aware of and ignored.
That's right. And a lot of people too, I find, always have excuses. I call them the yeah buts, because they're always like, yeah, but, yeah, but, yeah, but. And so the yeah buts, none of my clients are allowed to say yeah, but to me, because really there's no excuses for not moving forward and for not making positive changes in your business. And guess what? Now we've got the greatest opportunity. We've been gifted time. So we've got all this time on our hands to have a really good look at our business and work out how we can make it future-proof. Because you know what? This may not be the only crisis that we have in business. We might get sick. We might lose a staff member. These are crises as well. And we always need to be on top of our business and strengthen our business. So right now is the time to review your business.
I would absolutely do that. If you haven't done that yet, we've had how many weeks off already? This is our third week, is that right?
I think it's our third, yeah.
Yeah. So, if you haven't reviewed your business yet, shame on you, really. It's time now that you prepared for opening and took a good look at your business. Like I know that Nick and I have done exactly the same thing. What we're telling you, we've done it. We're doing it. We're making changes. And it's not difficult. I think the business review is the best tool anyone can ever have, Nikki. The best tool.
Great. And I think, of my clients that we work through this business review, it actually ends up saving them money in a lot of areas and making them more money in other areas. So if you just spend a little bit of time looking at your business, you're just going to improve it exponentially. So that's really important. If you want to get your hands on this business review, then drop us a message, because we're going to launch it on the website very soon, and we'll send you the link for it. So there are our 7 tips for staying motivated at the moment. We want you to stay positive. Use this as a positive opportunity for your business and for yourself. You've got plenty of time. Annie and I are always around if you need to message us or you need some support. It's really interesting, the people that have come out of the woodwork, Annie, and contacted me for extra marketing at this point in time, which is amazing. I think that's those people should be commended, because there are people out there that are stopping their marketing now, and it's the worst thing you can absolutely do ever, and especially now, is not market. If you're not marketing, then someone else, your competitor, is marketing to your customers. You will lose them. It's as simple as that, because if you're not at the forefront of their mind, if you're not in their faces all the time, then you could be in for a little bit of trouble. So I encourage you all to keep busy, keep active right now.
You're right, Nick. We talked about this yesterday, of course, with Denise as well. And you don't see any of the big players stopping their marketing. McDonald's, Bunnings, Harvey Norman, they're finding new ways to do business. So, you need to be doing exactly the same thing right now. But you don't see them stop their marketing just because the world has stopped. The world hasn't stopped. We're hibernating, remember?
Yeah, we're hibernating. And the fact of the matter is that people have never been on social media as much ever in the history of the world, ever. Now, that's a fact. So if you are not marketing, then you're making the biggest mistake of your professional career, because there has never been so many people on the internet ever in the history of the world.
That is so true. And as Nikki said, if you're not marketing, your competitors are actually marketing to your clients, because we see everybody's feeds, we see everybody's messages or posts. So, because I see a lot of my competitors online. So if I don't market to my customers, they're going to get your marketing or her marketing or somebody else's with a better deal, and they will just get suckered into trying it. And you know what? Maybe that competitor is as good as you, and they won't come back to you.
Yeah.
So, the savvy salon owners now will be still engaging their customers. They'll be motivated. They'll be educating themselves in this process, and they will be reviewing every single part of their business. Be busy, have a routine. So, Nick, do you want to just rattle off the 7 steps again?
Okay, so number one, we want to wake up happy. So if you're one of these people that's a bit sluggish and you're a bit don't want to talk in the mornings, change that. Make a conscious effort to change it, because you can. Number two, achieve something early on. Okay, have your first achievement very early on in the day. 3, exercise and have me time. Number 4, plan your day and make sure you have a routine. Number 5, visualize what it looks like to open again. Number 6, set goals. Number 7, education. Don't stop learning. Get educated now. And a business review. You must review your business. So there are our points and our tips for how you can stay motivated. We're going to be here to keep you motivated. We're not going anywhere. And if you want to contact us, just drop us a message, or if you've got our numbers, give us a call, or drop us an email. We're around. And don't forget to look online at our online courses. We've just launched a dermal planing course, and that's led by Annie. So that Annie's one of the leading advanced aesthetic trainers in the country. So if you're not doing dermaplaning now, then maybe that's something you want to try, and you can do that all online. And we've got lots of business marketing, Facebook, social media, all sorts of courses online. So have a look at spasalondivas.com, and Annie and I will be coming live at you very soon. Have a good day, Annie.
You too, Nick. Bye.
See you later. Bye.